Hey guys, DTO6 Toys here, back with another review. This time, I'll be reviewing Figma's Nezuko Kamado, the DX edition. Let's get right into it. So, much like her brother, she's a very aesthetically pleasing figure. Her faceplates all look really good, and there's very good attention to detail throughout the figure, like her eyes, her hair, and the kimono she wears. While she's very aesthetically pleasing on the surface, the same can be said on the inside of the figure. If you're confused by what I mean by inside, this is what I mean. Yes, you can actually very clearly see the inside of her joints, and it looks terrible. Aesthetics aside, this is an issue with the overall feel of the figure. Because of whatever the hell is going on back here, she ends up feeling flimsy, with constant movements in areas that you might otherwise not want, especially her legs. Obviously, this also affects her posability. I mean, okay, look, Tanjiro does have a bit of an exposed back as well, but at least this part is constructed properly in the sense that he at least has a full body. I'll elaborate more on that when I get to the articulation. So yeah, while she's aesthetically pleasing to look at, she suffers from poor construction. Moving on to accessories. Starting with facial expressions, she comes with a neutral face, an angry face, and I don't know how to describe this, a confused face? Yeah. This is the extra faceplate that comes with the DX edition, by the way. They all look really good, and you can actually remove the bamboo mouthpiece on both the neutral face and the angry face, but it's stuck onto this face for some reason. As for hands, she comes with a pair of fists, a pair of... I'm not so sure what these hands are meant for, to be honest. They look like sword holding hands, although she never wields a sword in the anime. Huh, interesting. Moving on, she also comes with an open palm hand, a pair of relaxed hands, a pair of expressive hands, and another expressive hand with some visible red-orange color on it, which basically indicates that she's using her blood demon art. This is only available in the DX edition as well. She also comes with interchangeable side skirts for her kimono for when you want to put her in more dynamic poses, which is a nice option to have. All you need to do to replace them is to remove the side skirts like so and put on the extra ones. As part of the DX edition, she comes with the other half of the accessory that came with Tanjiro, which is the box that he carries on his back. The details on the box are really good. It has a peg here that attaches to Tanjiro's back, and to make up for that, another peg hole is made available at the bottom of the box, so you can still attach Tanjiro to a stand. The mini Nezuko figure that came with Tanjiro fits in there very nicely. And here is how Tanjiro looks with the box attached to his back. Very nice. Lastly, she does come with this transparent story effect piece, which you can pair with her neutral or confused faceplates. This is also exclusive to the DX edition. It also comes with the accompanying stand, as is standard with Figma releases. So, for articulation, her head can't tilt backward, unfortunately, but she can tilt forward pretty far, so that's alright. Her head can rotate left and right without much issue, and can also tilt without much issue. Her hair can move upward, which is really nice, adds for more dynamic posing, and also rotate, which is really nice. Her arm can move front and back, do a full rotation at the forearm or the sleeve area as well. Elbow bend is not too bad, rotation at the wrist, and it can also move up and down. Now I had to hold the legs here to make sure that I'm doing it right, but she can tilt forward, but she can't tilt backward at all, just like her head. Not at all, just forward. And I really don't like this piece right here. It's a floating piece, and it's really annoying. So I'm opening up this part again just to show you guys how the inside of the figure looks. And as you can see, it's well, you can clearly see there's 3 parts to this figure. As with every other figure, right? There's an upper, and there's a middle, and there's a lower section. But I don't know, the way this was done, it feels very disjointed from one another, and I feel like among all of them, the lower section suffers the most. That said, her leg articulation is still pretty good. She can kick pretty far up, kick to the side, pretty far out, and she can also kick back if you can move past the side skirts. She does have a knee bend, which is it's alright, not too bad. Rotation and the foot, you can move up and down. It does have a toe hinge, which is nice, and also a slight ankle rocker. So, overall, this figure is... even I am at a loss of words. If you didn't see my review of the Figma Tanjiro DX, I was pretty mixed about it. It was okay, but the price wasn't justified. This one is less than okay, and the price is definitely not justified either. If I'm being brutally honest, it feels like Figma abandoned development on this figure about 70% through construction. Either they're trying to cut costs by doing this bullshit, or they're just outright lazy. And to charge about $100 US for this? Nah man, that's just ridiculous. But it's not like the figure has no merit. Like I've pointed out many times throughout this review, this figure looks really good, with great attention to detail on not just the figure itself, but on its accessories as well. But the build looks like it was done by a 10-year-old who lost interest at some point during construction. I don't know man, it just looks lazy. With all that said, I really can't recommend buying this figure. Honestly, you're better off buying 4 statues of Nezuko doing different poses than getting this. Or, if it's still available, maybe get the Buzzmod Nezuko instead. Unfortunately, I don't have that one myself, but from what I've seen online, it seems to be a lot better than this release. So yeah, that's it for this review. Sorry to end it on such a sour note, but I can't lie about how I feel. I'll see you all for the next one.